How many terms on a sequence? Well, it's a very simple sequence. You don't need to count. From 1 to 10, going one by one, there are 10 terms. From 1 to 100, if only take the evens, well, it's just 50 terms, so on. Now, but what if I give you a very crazy sequence? So I'm going to teach you a formula that you can use in every sequence as long as the number of steps from a term to another term is always the same. Could it be positive, negative, doesn't matter. Let's start with something very simple, something we can visualize, something is obvious. But I want you to always keep a look on reality. I don't want you to lose this track on reality in front of you. I don't want you to dive with numbers and be blind. No. So let's have something very simple. So let's start with this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From 1 to 5. The numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something very simple. How many terms are in here? Yes, clearly there are 5 terms. I know, but let's try to find a formula, something you can actually understand, to solve something much more complicated. First, I want to know what is the range that we're working with. Well, the range we just take. This is the range. The range is going to be the last minus the first. So the range is 4. Agreed? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to take the range. We're going to divide this range. Actually, go back a little bit. If we divide this range by the step size, this is going to be the step size. The step size, in this case, is 1, isn't it? So if we divide the range by the step, what do we get? We have the number of intervals. In this case, it should be 4, right? There are 4 intervals. I want to know how many ones, how many steps are within this range. So range by step is how many steps, how many intervals I'm counting. Well, in this case, it's going to be 4. But I'm not interested in knowing how many intervals. I want to know how many objects. In other words, how many numbers are there. So if I take the range, which is 5, no, let's just write like this. So if I take the range, divide by the number of steps, divide by the size, so step size. If I add 1, I'm going to get now the number of objects. No problems? If I take the range, divide by the step size, this, I get the number of objects. So in this case, it's going to be what? I have the range is 5 minus 1, divided by the step size 1, add 1. This is going to be 4, 5. So I have 5 terms. See, now let's do the same thing with something a little bit more complicated. So now I have something crazy. 202 plus, let me see the one I took in here. Okay, 7 by 7. 209. You see, every 7, I'm going every 7. At the end, I finish at 419. And I want to know how many terms are there. Actually, I want to know the sum, but to get the sum, I want to know how many terms. So, to get the number of terms, we're going to take the range. What is the range? 419 minus the first one. Divide by the step size. We are going always by 7, aren't we? 7, 7, 7, 7. But so far, we have the number of intervals. You see, you take the range, divide by the step size. How many steps are within this range? The number of steps or the number of intervals. But I don't want to know this. I want to know the number of objects, the number of numbers here, the terms. So I have to add 1. So I do this. Well, this is 217 divided by 7 plus 1. So, is it divisible? Well, we just take like 21 minus 14. I'm going to show you in another video. The link is above there. So, is this number divisible by 7? Watch on the descriptions, on the cards, and there is a trick. So it's going to be 21 minus 14. If just double the last digit. If this difference, 21 minus 14, is a multiple of 7, or if it's 0, it's going to be divided by 7. Well, 21 minus 14 is 7. Yes, it is a multiple, it is. And this is going to be what? How can you do this? I'm going to do 210 divided by 7, which is 30 plus 1. So it's going to be 31. So 31 terms. What is the sum? If you want to know the sum, remember the sum, Gaussian. So we just take the first plus last, multiply the number of terms, divide by 2. So what is going to be this? Well, we do the math. I'm not worried about going into this. Just want to show you how to get the number of terms, because if you want to sum something, if someone asks it, the sum, you would need to know how many terms. Now, let me give you, now to finish, this is for you. So I'm going to give you 2 exercises. So 21, 27. So it's going, the first one is going to be 21 plus 27 plus up to 141. Please pause the video so you can think. Take a piece of paper or do it mentally if you want to. I'm going to consider you already stop it, and I'm going to continue. So first, the number of terms. How many terms? Number terms is going to be what? The range divided by the step size, which in the case is 6, isn't it? Plus 1. Because here I get the number of intervals and I want to know the number of objects. Let's do the mental. 121 minus 21 is 120. 120 divided by 6 is 20 plus 1, 21 terms. Now, let's go for the sum. So the sum is going to be what? First plus last times number of terms divided by 2. Well, you get the answer there. Now another one for you. The next one is going to be this: 211 plus 214 plus something continues up to 301. Again, please pause the video so you can do it on yourself, and then you continue. I'm going to consider, you already did it on your side. So number of terms is going to be, so number of terms is going to be what? Well, the range divided by the step size, on this case, is always plus 3 plus 1. So what's going to be this? 301 minus 211 is 90. 90 divided by 3, it's going to be 30 plus 1, 31 terms. Isn't it so? Yes, it is. So 90, 31. 31 terms. Now we have to do the sum. The sum, the Gauss sum, right? Something simple. The last plus the first, it just adds the pair, right? The sum, multiplied by how many terms, divided by 2. That's it. That is all I wanted to teach you for this video. So if someone asks you the number of terms on a sequence, now you know. We just have to get the range divided by the step size and add 1. This number of terms. Thank you. Consider subscribing to the channel. If you thought it was interesting, please give the like. It's very important for the channel to grow, so YouTube can give this one to more people, and more people are going to learn as much as you did. Thank you very much. If you like, watch other videos on my channel. See you later. Bye bye.